All right. This or that. Not to be confused with is it I'm trying to remember who it is in Buffalo.
I have no idea.
Is it Baron or someone has like a segment he does dis or dat because he's very French Canadian.
I
can't remember. Why am I spacing on names? That doesn't matter. This or that. We've got contract projections and free agents, and Mateo wants us to pick who we would rather have with the Wild. So we've got Brock Besser with a projected $8.5 million over 6 years. And we got Nikolai Ehlers projected $8.1 million over 6 years. So I'd say the contracts are pretty negligible if we're going to be that close. Which player do you want?
I mean, we're both huge Nick Ehlers fans. The one thing that concerns me is just like the injury history over the last few years. Like, and then before this year, a big thing with him was just like playoff production was not there. This year it's different. I think
he also got buried every year, including this one.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know. I love the way he plays, just the speed, the two-way, the fact that he like isn't necessarily like the toughest dude in the world, but he has like when you go down like the dudes that he's fought, it's very funny. Where it's like, why does he feel like fighting Ryan Getzlaf? What is he doing? Dude, he's just a psycho. I love Nick Ehlers. It's just the health that scares me. Brock Besser, like you're guaranteeing 25, 30 goals every year. I think there's more. You probably get more dynamic offense from Ehlers, but I feel like it's like more of a like I feel more comfortable assuming that Besser gives you what you assume he's going to give you every year. Like,
yeah. You want to hear the crazier stance?
What?
I think these two on a line together is perfect.
Insane.
Like Ehlers is a creator. Brock Besser's a finisher. And I feel like move the Minnesota piece to the side. Like just forget that Brock Besser's Minnesotan. I think Bill Guerin cares more about guaranteed goals. I think Nikolai Ehlers is the better player, and he's the guy I'd rather have on the team if you promise me health. But I think the Wild organization, again, even if Brock Besser was from Siberia, actually, no, that would probably help his case. Even if he was from Canada, they'd want Brock Besser at the same money because they need goal scoring. And it's what they've needed every year. And he's a little bit more handsome. But yeah,
Besser's 28,
there we go.
Ehlers 29. Yeah, I think I'd lead Besser. Yeah.
Dis or dat. We've got John Tavares, 7.5 million over times 3. Brock Nelson, 6.7 million, 3 years.
I think I'd go Brock Nelson on this one.
I would. Part of it is I don't think Tavares is coming here. I think I would be surprised if Brock Nelson takes a 3-year deal. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It feels like one where it's like there's like a handful, like only a few teams he would do that, and obviously like there's the ties to Minnesota, so who knows if that would be. But like, I mean, at that point, that's like your last contract where you're getting like any kind of like big money. So
right. Like, I feel like Hankinson is pushing for 4 or 5 years in a deal with Brock Nelson.
Yeah, I mean, if like they like that's a contract, like let's say they threw that at Nelson and he was here playing 3 years, 6.7 million. I'm like rolling my eyes. I'm like, all right, it could have like it sounded like it was going to be significantly.
It could be worse.
Like a 5x8. Like
if it's like a 5.5x3, I'm in.
Yeah.
6.7x3, I don't want it, but I'm not freaking out if it happens.
Yeah. I mean, he's still going to probably give you 30 goals like for another year or two. It doesn't necessarily like done anything to suggest he's gonna like fall off a cliff as far as like his production goes. And it's just again like giving like any term to someone over like 33, 34 years old is always terrifying. And that's what I was wondering with the Tavares thing too. It's funny. I was actually like thinking earlier, like again, he really probably only wants to go back to Toronto. I'm sure he'll make something happen where like he gets to stay there somehow, some way. But I was thinking in my head, like, would you throw him like the Pavelski, like the 3x7 or whatever? I think that was what Pavelski signed in Dallas. I mean, I don't hate the idea. I mean, he scored 38 this year. Like the fact that he's not moving very quickly whatsoever, and he's still scoring 38 goals.
Smart.
It's just a really smart two-way centerman. So I don't know.
Well, the difference for me too is I think Nelson is more the mold of player that Guerin wants. I think Tavares has like a ton of leadership that he brings. I think that he's a smart player. I think that he makes players around him better. Like if you want to stick, like for example, you want to have Liam Ogren ride shotgun with him for a little bit, I think he's all the better for it, right? Mm-hmm. So in a world where Tavares isn't basically saying it's Toronto or bust, I entertain it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we know Billy is hard out for bringing in Brock Nelson. And if he gets anything that's a X3, he's giving it to him. So we'll see. Like I hate that people are making me like act like I hate Brock Nelson, because I've always really liked him as a player. I hate the New York Islanders, and I've always had a soft spot for Brock Nelson. I just think with the way he played for the Avalanche in the postseason and the money that he's going to command, I'm out. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of things I like about his game. And when he lands here, I'll be pissed for a day or two about the contract. And then I'll spin zone it into, okay, what does he bring to this team? And I'll end up being happy. So I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. I mean, the playoffs really scared the shit out of me. Plus, when the season starts, he's going to be turning 34.
Also, this picture is super outdated. His hair does not look like that.
His hockey DB picture is insane.
Oh, man. All right. So, yeah. Didn't really land on anything there, but. We have Jonathan Drouin, a $5.1 million AAV, 3 years. Pew Suter, $4.9 million, 4 years. Pretty easy answer for me, but I'll let you lead.
I would probably just be like, why are you doing this to me? Probably passing on both of those contracts, but I guess Drouin.
I'd rather have Pew Suter.
Pew Suter is a solid player. He had a good year, scored like 20-something goals. But he's a 30-point guy. You have fucking Freddie Gaudreau here already. At least we know there is some history of legit upside with Drouin, but 5.1 for him is obviously terrifying too. I just let him keep playing with Nate.
Right. I just don't trust anything about Drouin at this point. And at least having a guy that can play center or wing and Pew Suter, and I've liked his game. Am I sitting here saying that he's the solution to our center problems? No. But I'd rather have him than Drouin, period. The fact that he plays center is definitely beneficial. And the fact that we don't really know where anyone slots in our center group is kind of bizarro world right now. He at least brings you some depth and dimension. Okay. Am I signing either? Probably not. But if I got to pick one, it's Pew Suter. Easy.
Yeah, that's my.
I love his name too.
Making me do it, I guess, but not.
Right. It's this or that.
Yeah, I know.
Neither isn't an option, and apparently both isn't an option. Like I wanted with Ehlers and Besser. So
yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. We've got Claude Giroux, $5.2 million, 2-year deal. Brad Marchand, $5.5 million, 2-year deal. Let's be clear. I don't think either of these guys is taking a 2-year contract, but I know your answer.
Yeah, you can go because everyone knows my answer.
Honestly, my answer is yes. I'll take either.
Yeah,
I could be talked into either. Brad Marchand is absolutely my pick if I'm picking between the two for a lot of reasons, but I think Claude Giroux could be an interesting proposition, especially if it's a 2-year deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think Giroux's numbers this year were pretty not great, but still a fun player, really good passer. He's decent on the power play. Can apparently play center, which is always fascinating. I always just have in my head as a winger, but
Right.
I'm still. I mean, Marchand, what you're watching right now in the playoffs too is crazy,
Dude.
So I'm still going Marchand. I
How
think
worried are you that he's
there.
gonna just love what's happening in Florida so much these days?
I'd be shocked if he didn't.
Right.
I saw something be like, he's probably gonna go back to Boston. I'm like, no, the fuck he is not.
You don't go back after that.
I'd be very excited, but like, I don't think that was
give him the bag that they weren't going to give him at the time.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, our bad."
No, what if Sweeney's like, "Holy shit, who's that guy?" Like,
yeah.
That's Brad. He's like,
"Shit,"
and I said no.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. No, again, this one's actually again. I as much as I love Claude Giroux, this is an easy. If
again,
either one of those would
Brad
happen.
Marchand is my easy pick too. I'm just saying Claude Giroux for some of the intangibles too. Like, he makes your locker room better for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Brad Marchand for the win. Once you rat, you don't go back. That sounds dirty. I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got 7.1 million AAV for Matt Duchene, 4 years. 8.5 million AAV, 7 years, Sam Bennett. Whew, this one's actually interesting because the contracts are very different. Z, what do you think? I have an answer, but I don't like either of these contracts that much.
I despise both of these contracts with a passion that burns.
It's still Sam Bennett, easy for me if I have to pick.
Yeah, right. That's where I'm at. Like,
and I honestly, I
think
he's
probably going to get something like this, which is crazy to me.
Dude.
And I get why everyone is like, get him to my team. Look what he does in the playoffs. Because like, he's never scored more than like 50, 60 points. Great in the playoffs, piece of shit on the ice. Plays that like whatever. It's like there's players that get you there. There's players that like win you the cup or whatever. So there you go.
Someone said that last week. I can't remember who, but he was really smart and handsome. Yeah. I do think though that's fair here, right? Like, you're literally giving some of the buyout money to him. It's like you just add him to the roster out of nowhere. You don't need him to put up 30 or 40 goals in the regular season. He's a penalty killer. He's a guy that's going to give you some grit and grind. Like, he's a fun guy to have in your middle six. And come postseason, you're going to be thrilled you have him. Like, if you told me Bill Guerin has a deal in the works for 8.5 by 7 with Sam Bennett, I'm like, you know what? I'll take that over $7 million for 4 years with not Matt Duchene, but Brock Nelson, because I do think that's more where the contract comes in. I'm taking the 8.5 by 7 with Sam Bennett every time. Mm-hmm. So is it a lot of money? Yes. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think he's going to get more if he doesn't stay in Florida. I think the Leafs give him like 9.5 by 7. Because they just have no choice.
If he gets 9, that's insane.
Leafs would do it.
We'll see, I guess.
They still have a little change left over after Mitchie leaves, so.
Guess so.
But yeah, so Sam Bennett, if this is my options, but holy shit, if someone gives Duchene a 7 by 4, God bless your soul. And that's not shitting on him. Like, I think he's a solid player, and he's proven he like rebounded from what corpse he became in Nashville, but I'm not giving him 7 by 4. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like the last 3-4 years, he's rebounded, just like put up crazy good number. I mean, he was 30 goals, 82 points in 82 games this year, 65 points in 80 games last year. Even his last year in Nashville still put up over 20 goals. And the year before that, he popped off for 40. Like, he's still a good player. Again, he is. It's just at this point, again, like he's 34 now.
So 4 years for a 34-year-old is going to scare the shit out of you. I think Bennett's like 29, so 7, which isn't like terrible, I guess. But yeah, at that point, probably, even though I think that's a massive number, I feel better about that, I guess.
Yeah.